our souls at stake. Let's give it our best. Let's take them back to the Bible.
Welcome to Reaching the Lost Success Strategies. I want to talk about our updated coordinator spreadsheet. So we were first introduced to this concept when we met with the Carnes Church of Christ for the American Mission Campaign in 2022. They needed structure. They needed coordinators. They're a larger congregation. One of their elders went back to his place of employment, his work. He asked his staff to help him, and they developed these coordinators, this spreadsheet, and then he sent it to me and said, "Hey, Rob, what do you think?" Oh, we loved it. This was a great addition to the school. The school is composed of great churches of Christ working hard, boots on the ground, in the field, and they, from time to time, give us updates or ideas that have proven effective. We immediately added this to our curriculum. In fact, you were given this spreadsheet. It's on the website. You can download it. Now we've updated it. We took our new color-coded model, the 6 steps, same 6 steps. We just color-coded it. We took the spreadsheet, coded it to the model. We updated the spreadsheet by expanding some things. So let me introduce it to you today. This is the new spreadsheet. You'll notice that the colors align with the various steps. Now, I want you to go to your website, go to the introductory menu. I want you to go down just a few steps and you'll see the coordinator spreadsheet. Go ahead and download that now. Let's look at it together. You'll notice on this spreadsheet, there's some columns. The first column says step. What step are we in? Are we in the introductory step? That is the setup step. Or are we under contacts, prospects, Bible study, so on? Let's go to the next column. Area. What area of work are we talking about? We're talking about compassion cards, the evangelism table, the prospect list. We're talking about, setting up a visitor's mission group. Then, of course, we have role. What is your role going to be? Just a very overall role. Are you a keeper, a bringer, a teacher? Is this in the setup stage? What are you doing? Then look at the job description. Now it's time to populate that list. But I want to go over some of the features of this coordinator spreadsheet and look at the different aspects. Brethren, I cannot emphasize strongly enough how important it is that your church organizes. Successful churches are always organized. All right. It's not a blurb in the bulletin. It's not going to be just an announcement that's made or a sermon that's preached. It's got to be organized. You got to train people, give people responsibility. People need some skin in the game. They need some accountability. This spreadsheet is going to help you do that. So let's look at it very briefly together. Let's go down to the introduction and notice we have the overall coordinator. Who is that? We've got to have an overall coordinator, someone that's putting things together. Normally it's an elder. If you don't have elders, perhaps a preacher. Who's going to be in charge of the preaching and training, that schedule under the menu option to make sure all the training and preaching is done? It doesn't have to be the preacher, because someone needs to make sure these things are accomplished. Who's going to be the point of contact that communicates with our school for the Reaching the Lost updates? This way we can help you. As we are able to read of your development, we can see areas where you excel and struggle. We can give suggestions, and also allows the kingdom to watch the development and be encouraged by your evangelism. Let's look at that accountability board. Who's going to do that? Who's going to set that up? Who's going to record every week? How many visits were made? How many visitors did we have? How many Bible studies are being conducted right now? How many prospects on our list? Let's go down to contacts. Notice, again, key to the model, bookmark. Who's in charge of it to make sure it's done every week? Unfaithful. That is, who's going to put the unfaithful members on that list every single month to make sure we reach out to bring them back? How about the visitors? Who's going to be over the visitors mission team and make sure they're trained? What about house to house, heart to heart, new movers, door knocking, invitation cards? All these need coordinators. You got to assign it. Let's go down to prospects. Who's going to do the prospect list? Show me a church that's succeeding. I show you a church with a prospect list. If you don't have a prospect list, by and large, you're struggling. You need to know who your targets are. How about the compassion cards? You got to have coordinators. That's like herding cats. If you don't have organization here, it's not going to work. You go down to the evangelism table, baptisms, new converts. This coordinator spreadsheet is there to help you get organized. It's there so there's a process to get everybody in your church involved. Congregational evangelism. Brethren, please don't just make an announcement. Please ask your members to get involved. Put people in areas of responsibility that can carry this out. All this is done for just one purpose, so that souls are saved. Get engaged. Make sure your church has the people put in the right place so you can succeed in evangelism.
We just plant and water, then watch God see the increase start. There are souls at stake. Let's give it our best. Let's take them back to the Bible.